Male suicide is the biggest killer of men under 50 years old and is an urgent issue that we need to fix. 75 to 80% of all suicides are men due to when they actually attempt to commit suicide, they use more fatal methods to make sure that it actually works. Here in the UK, 12 men die every day due to suicide. That's 3 times more than women. In America, it's even worse. Male suicide deaths are 4 times greater than women, with 105 men dying every day to suicides. This is a massive issue that must be solved as soon as possible. Now, research shows that mental illness is the biggest, most important factor for suicides, with 90% of people who commit suicide actually suffering from either mental health issues or addiction, and 60% of all people who commit suicide suffer from major depression. So we had to ask the question, why is the number of men who commit suicide so much greater than the number of women who commit suicide? Now, there are of course more obvious answers, like men are less likely to ask for help and less likely to go to a therapist. But is the actual reason that all these psychologists and therapists don't understand the problem and can't fix the issue because they go about the wrong way with men? They use the wrong methods and strategies to actually try and fix male depression and mental health issues. Now, there's a massive difference between male depression and female depression. So the chair of psychiatry at Howard County General Hospital, Andrew Angelino, says women with depression may come in crying, whilst men may come in acting out in anger. He also says women are more likely to experience stress, sadness, and sleep problems when they're depressed, whilst men tend towards irritability and impulse anger. So if men and women experience totally different symptoms of depression and mental health issues, why is the advice and the professional help that's given to them the same for both of them? Why is therapy, where you're told that you're loved and heard, the norm, when that's not the solution for men experiencing depression or any other mental health issues? Men do not need to be heard or talk about their problems. That works better for dealing with women's mental health issues. Men need to take action to change their lives and progress towards their goals. They need to make positive progress in their lives. Most therapy approaches and strategies are not designed to help men or the male brain to deal with pain or find solutions. Male depression is usually based on feeling helpless, powerless, and unable to affect or change their life or environment. Now, this is why optimism and feeling that progression in life is so important for men and so powerful. Therapy focuses on helping men feel heard and loved, instead of restoring their personal sense of power. Men need solutions, not just feelings. That's what works, that's what helps us. This is why people like Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, and all these guys who tell men, especially young men, to go to the gym and train, to start training a martial art, to start a business or a side hustle. Just do something. Don't care about how you're feeling. Just action. Commit to the action. Commit on doing something productive. Because once you start actually going to the gym and you actually start seeing that little bit of progress, like your bicep gets that little bit bigger, you actually start seeing muscle, some of that fat around your stomach starts disappearing. Once you start seeing that progress, or your business or brands that you're building, like your YouTube channel, whatever it is, as you start making a little bit of money or starts getting a little bit more popular, men actually feel like they have control over their situation, over their life. If you feel hopeless and powerless and unable to change any of your life situations, then yeah, of course you're going to feel sad that you can't do anything about it. However, if you are able to grab life by the neck and literally force yourself to make positive changes and actually improve your life, of course you're going to feel better. This is also why Jordan Peterson says to men that they should clean their rooms. because it's easy enough to clean your room. It should only take maybe an hour at most. It might take more. It might take longer if your room is like really messy, but it represents a positive change in their life and in their environment where you spend a large amount of time. So if a young man cleans his room for the first time in months, every time he looks around it and he sees like, oh look, it's so clean, I can actually see the floor now, I can walk without having to step over everything, it's an actual positive change in what he feels. He will feel proud of himself and like that he's actually gone and done something to make a positive change. He will feel a lot better because of it. This is the same principle with making your bed in the morning. When you wake up, it's an easy victory to start your day. It's that progression, that momentum. So if you just imagine you're driving a car down the road and the road is clear ahead and you're speeding down the road and you're making progress towards your journey. You're making progress in your journey. You're getting closer to the destination. There's progress being made. The drive will be either enjoyable or at least tolerable. However, just imagine if you're driving and you're stuck in a massive traffic jam for hours where you go a little bit forward and then you stop, a little bit stop, a little bit stop. So you're making a tiny bit of progress, but every single time you start making momentum, it just halts back. That journey is horrible. It's intolerable. You cannot stand it. You start getting angry. I think that's a great analogy for like men's mental health issues. So for a man, you must start making progress in your life. Otherwise, you'll just start despising your life and the journey that you're on because you're not getting anywhere fast enough. What I've talked about is a problem for issues that aren't related to serious trauma, like PTSD and all that, and all like serious issues. I do suggest that you go speak to someone who is either an expert at this or just try to find some help. But if you are experiencing depression, going and talking about it, simply talking about your problems, is not going to make you feel better. And where you're told that it's not your fault and that you don't actually have to make a change in your life. If you simply talk about your problems all day and you don't actually make a positive change in your life, where no progress is being made, then you look around and you see, okay, so I've been going to therapy for years. My room is still a mess. I'm still in the same bad job I hate. I still feel the same. I might feel a little bit better, but like you're still in the same situation exactly. You must force progress in your life to show that you are in control, that you do have control over yourself and your own life. This means developing the discipline to go to the gym multiple times a week, train as hard as you can, and in a few short months of doing that every day, you'll start seeing positive improvements in your physique. Progress can mean many different things for many different people. So if you're overweight and eat just junk food all day, then if you start eating a clean diet and you're on a caloric deficit, that will improve your life because you'll start feeling healthier and some of that fat will start going away, start being burnt off. If you spend all day on the internet and social media, then going outside for a walk in nature, meeting new people will improve your life. Men need solutions and guidance, not endlessly talking to someone about their problems. So if you're feeling depressed or feeling a rut or feel that you aren't making actual progress in your life, I suggest joining the self-improvement revolution, where you can improve your life in every single aspect of your life. So as long as you are making slight progress in your life, if you're becoming better every single day, then it doesn't really matter how you're feeling because you are making progress. You might feel depressed for that first month of going to the gym. It might be very difficult to develop that discipline. It might be literally feel impossible. But if you are able to just forget about the feelings, put them aside, and just focus on the action, on doing something, then I don't see how your life won't change. Because even if you feel depressed for that first few months, if you start going to the gym and see that, oh shit, look, I got a six pack. Oh, look, I've got bicep muscles. Oh, my pecs are growing. Like, it makes you feel amazing. It makes you feel so good. It makes you feel like you finally got control over something. And doing that will benefit pretty much all other aspects of your life. If you start looking better, if your body starts getting better, you'll start feeling better as well. Now, this is the case for most people, of course not everyone, but just basically do what Andrew Tate said. Forget about the emotions, forget about how you feel. Every day you have a task, you have a mission, you have a purpose. Now to become the best version of yourself. Now this could be in many different ways. This could be improving your body, improving your diet, getting more money, earning more money, starting a business, whatever it is. It's all specified to you, but if you start making progress and just actually focusing on taking action, then that is how your life is going to get better. That's how you get rid of depression. So if you learned something about male depression, or even if this changed your perspective even a tiny bit, and you want to see more self-improvement videos, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next self-improvement video.